So now we can go
back to Charlie Whittaker.
Where was that? That was up. Up. And then
Over.
this way.
And down the steps. I have to take a picture of that. You're gonna need it.
Say the south by southwest, north by whatever. Okay.
Can you go that way now? Yep.
Oh, it's a completely separate puzzle. I thought we were gonna have to wander around the grave area. Fallen buried is something that you seek. Start there. Charlie Wicker sleeps. Tread lightly on the ground that sinks and seeps. Give you directions, but count on my shovel to find the way when you find the place. So that's just telling us to look at the
okay.
Charlie Wicker thing.
Okay, so go back to that picture. West, the shovel tells you have to move forward 4 times.
Oh, the shovel knows.
Yes, so you move west 4 times.
It's a magic shovel.
So 1, 3 more. 1 more. And then now you need to go north. 2 times. Okay, now east. 1 time.
It's like the metal detector. It's hot, cold.
He did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash. It caught on in a flash. He did the monster mash. He did the monster mash. It was a graveyard smash.
West.
Get your
Okay.
shovel out.
But I had it out. That's what.
That was what you're counting. We'll see if we're right.
It looks like it. I have a key for this, right?
I'll just use the shovel. You say the shovel's gonna break.
Oh, of course. All that for an eyeball?
I think you could take that piece.
Oh, it probably makes a nice grabby hand.
Yep. Okay, that puzzle's done.
Wait, where's my book? Moved it. Key to the statues.
Oh, those statues.
Teeth, step. Key to the statues.
The feather stands up, another falls down. You won't need to peek if you listen.
Oh, is it one of those things where they go up and down?
And you have to listen to something.
Well, yeah, it like tapped out like a Morse code kind of thing. Oh no, I had to.
So the pictures show you. The picture showed you what you needed to get him to.
What picture?
The one that was on the book.
There was a picture?
Yep.
Oh. So you need 2 up top and then 2 below.
And if you don't, and you won't need to peek if you listen to sound. What sound?
Okay, that raised 1. Sounded the same. I just raised it up higher and stuck that one out. Okay, I mean, we're getting closer. Happens if we do it again. So what are those symbols on there?
I think they just mean they move the feathers.
Okay, so now both of those are stuck up all the way. No, but we don't want that one sticking out. You listen to the sound. I don't understand how
I don't
the
understand
sound
that one.
correlates. Also, okay, so now that one's back in. See, now it's different. The sound changes.
No, that one's back in.
Ned had something to say about this, didn't he?
I think so.
Remember when he actually had to dial the people's phone
Oh,
numbers?
yeah.
He had to actually find a landline phone.
Meaning,
Yeah. I didn't really like to do
Bolet's
that.
housekeeper, Renee,
No, that
is
was a
still
pain.
here, despite the fact that she and Henry don't really get along that well.
why do you think she's staying on?
She says it's because Bruno paid her in advance.
But you don't believe her.
10% of Bruno's estate
No,
is
that you
supposed
don't
to go
need
to
to
her.
dip my microphone,
Only she
Teddy.
thinks, and with kind of good reason, that Henry's been selling off Bruno's assets on the sly. So it wouldn't surprise me if she's staying on so she can try to bust him.
What's this kind of good reason stuff?
I know for a fact that Henry sold a box of Bruno's things to a local curio shop.
So this Renee person isn't just being paranoid.
What this Renee person is freaky.
In what way?
She
You
wanted
don't
me to
say.
drink some strange-looking concoction after I passed out from the smoke bomb, but she refused to tell me what was in it. And she wears this weird little pouch around her neck. Says what's inside it connects her to the energy that powers the universe.
She's probably harmless, but stay
Ned
on the
is a
good side.
terrible boyfriend. And just plain stupid.
He's not worried about you at all.
Personally, I would stay as far away from someone that tries to get you to drink strange concoctions and says she has the power of the universe.
I
Yeah,
overheard
it's a
Henry
little
talking
creepy.
to someone named Summer. Is that his girlfriend?
If it is, I'm happy for him. He always seems so lonely.
Unfortunately, I got the feeling their relationship is making him more unhappy than happy.
Sorry to hear that. Wait a minute. Were you eavesdropping?
No, I mean, not on
Not
purpose.
How well do you
Purpose?
know
Secret
Nancy Drew,
passageway,
Ned?
And I could hear him through the wall.
When does she
Couldn't
not
help it.
eavesdrop?
You found a
Oh, and
secret
yes, she
passageway?
always finds a
I'm
secret
always finding
passage.
secret passageways. You know that.
Yeah, I know. Sometimes
Yeah,
I
the
think
secret
they follow
passage.
You,
you
you
around.
should also
Around
know
the
that
world.
she's always eavesdropping.
Are you familiar with the legend of the so-called crystal skulls?
Is that where aliens supposedly scattered a bunch of perfectly formed crystal skulls all around the world like thousands of years ago? And all the skulls have different magical powers?
Something like that, yeah.
Like some
Apparently,
movies
Henry's
have
uncle was the
based
proud
in
owner of
upon.
the Whisperer, the skull that was supposed to make whoever owned it
You
live
should call Indiana
forever.
Jones. He probably
Only
he
now
Yeah,
knows,
you
he
know
knows something about
another
one of them.
superstition bites the dust.
Maybe, maybe not. See, this book I found in Bruno's library said no one who has owned the Whisperer has ever died of natural causes.
So how did they die?
They were all murdered.
Come on, you don't believe that crystal skull stuff is true, do you?
I'm not sure what I believe yet. But right now, what I think doesn't matter. The people who knew Bruno had the skull, if one of them believed in the Whisperer's power, they may have figured the only way they'd ever be rid of Bruno was to cause his death.
But
Oh,
didn't he die
yeah,
of a
don't you
stroke or
know
something?
by now a
Heart
heart
attack.
attack can be
Well, there you go.
faked?
Natural causes.
Heart attacks can be induced.
It's not a very good
You've been
detective
watching
system.
too many of those forensic detective shows.
That may be, but what's really interesting is the skull is missing.
That is interesting.
And I'll bet you anything that's what my bony friend in the red ascot was looking for.
Does Henry know where the skull is?
I haven't gotten around to asking him about it yet. But if that skull is still
Why?
around here, I intend to find it.
I kind of figured that.
Bruno Bolet's doctor, Gilbert Buford, was apparently Bruno's best friend as well.
Think Bruno told him about the skull?
Yes, in fact,
yeah, he
Dr.
did.
Buford told Bess that Bruno showed it to him once. but apparently he told Bruno the skull was bogus, and Bruno got a little ticked off. Never showed it to him again.
Well, when it comes to murdering someone and making it look like a heart attack, a doctor's got to be right up there when it comes to suspects.
Don't
Yeah,
worry,
but what about
I've
the
been
lady
thinking
with
the
all of
same
her
thing.
bruises?
Yeah,
and
with
drinks.
all of her fancy potions and whatnot. See, this only has really 3 suspects.
Yep.
That seems
Well,
like
4. You could count Ziggy,
who?
the owner of Zeke's shop, whatever
Oh.
his name was.
He doesn't seem like a very likely suspect, though. I mean,
He's a little clueless, but maybe he's putting on a good act.
In order to find that crystal skull, it looks like I'm going to have to find all of Bruno's glass eyes.
Bruno wore a glass eye?
He wore a lot of glass eyes. Not all at once, of course.
Oh, yes,
but
all
from
at
his
once.
house I found in his study, it looks like he had
so wait,
at
did
least
he have
25.
both? Did he have 2
What
glass
makes
eyes?
you
Was he
think finding
blind
them
or
will
just the
lead you to
one?
skull?
I'm assuming it's just
Something
the one. I
Bruno
never
said
heard
to
that he was
Professor
blind.
Hodgkin,
Boy, that's a
whom I've
lot
met
of glass
before
eyes.
in Wisconsin. Did I ever tell you about her?
Why does that name bring boots to mind?
Boots.
Boots and cheese.
Because you had
Anyway,
boots for.
it turns out
you had to
she's
get
an
her ski
expert on the
boots.
crystal skulls.
Oh,
he
that's
called me
right.
once, and when she asked him
I
if
don't
he
know
knew
about
where the skull
cheese,
called the
but the boots I
Whisperer
do know.
was,
Yeah, where
he
did the
said,
cheese come in? I remember the thing about the boots.
He meant eyes with an E instead of an A.
Right.
Did he lose all these eyes or hide them on purpose?
Oh, I'm sure he hid them on
Pretty sure he hid them.
purpose.
Oh, yes.
And I thought
We
Henry
just
was
had
weird.
to follow a magical skeleton shovel to find one buried in a gigantic chest.
So I think he knew what he was doing.
While I was picking mushrooms for Renee, I almost lost my hand to one of Bruno's pets.
You have a big dog or something?
An alligator named Bernie.
How can you make a pet out of an alligator?
Apparently
They
by
love
exploiting their fondness for
marshmallows.
marshmallows.
Well, stay away from him. I like your hands just the way they are.
I can't quite figure out whether Renee neglected to tell me about him by accident or on purpose.
Now he tells you
Hey,
to
if
stay
you're not
away
sure,
from her.
you better stay away from her, too.
I could use a hint.
About what?
Wait, what?
Now you can't ask about the other thing?
Well,
I changed
but
my mind. Talk to
we
you
don't
soon.
know what to
Bye,
do with
Anthony.
this thing, and this hint book is extremely vague. So it says to listen to the sound, but fails to mention what the sounds actually mean.
You go back, try hitting that one. What is that gonna do? And what does that do?
See, I don't know what to click. What's this?
Nothing.
That's...
Nothing as of right now, anyways.
They all look the same.
That
Push
moves
that one out.
What happens if you hit it again?
Now it's all the way out
Farther
again.
out. So what about
What was the one that...
this one?
This one? Is that the other? That had a weird click.
Doesn't look
That-
like it's anything.
Okay. That has a weird click on it. Oh, and then just pulled it back. Do it again.
No, it did nothing again.
See, now I hear the snake. I don't know if that's just part of the background ambience.
Must be. There's snakes all around you.
Let's see.
Now it moved those too. So now what happens if you hit that same one again? What happens if you hit this one?
Oh.
Okay.
So now they're all up.
Now what happens if you hit this one?
Feedback from this one is a little weird.